Welcome. We gather here today to support each other with love and understanding as we mourn the loss of Everett Rusk from our lives. We're also joined by those on live feed who I know would send you their good thoughts and their prayers to all of you in this time of need. There are no words to describe what you're feeling at this time, and no comfort that can be given to take away the pain of losing a loved one. Each of our pain is different, so we must allow each other to grieve in our own way. During this time of reflection, don't be afraid to laugh, and don't be afraid to cry. This is a safe place for all of us to grieve and honor Everett's memory. Now, Everett's memory is mentioned in his obituary. And in the obituary, it mentions that his passion for driving semi was out of this world. So to honor this passion, I'd like to start off with a reading that is entitled The Trucker's Lament, to help you center your thoughts and prayers on Everett as we begin to prepare to celebrate his life. The Trucker's Lament by Jeannie Graveline. You carry a burden, a heavy load. When you live so much of your life on the road, when you spend so many days alone, the link to your loved ones becomes the phone. It's the wires you learn to touch, the ones who love you, who miss you so much. The little talks and the laughs you share, the value to you beyond compare. Still, the wheels that turn like a lonesome sound till finally your truck is homeward bound. Home, where hours will be spent, where love overshadows the trucker's lament. We know that love was definitely shared when Everett was home. And Everett is once again homeward bound, but to a whole other place, which leaves behind all of the loved ones that he cherished and loved so much. We hope and pray that Everett will find peace on his new journey and that we will remember his love. Near the beginning of September 1966 in Lacombe, Alberta, Everett Earl was born to Ava and Jim Rusk. Everett grew up in the Lacombe area, attending school, playing hockey, and getting into mischief, just like all boys get accustomed to. Everett's love of the road started early in his life, apparently at the age of 14 years old. And on a time when his dad couldn't drive to work, Everett rose to the challenge and drove his dad to work. And then you said he hid his car so they wouldn't find him. Later, Everett would turn driving into his career, with him operating a rig with companies like Whitlaw, Big Eagle, Rosenau Transport, and most recently, Macmillan Transport. Along the way, Everett had a few other jobs, a couple of which included security at the Medicine Regional Hospital and building sanitation trucks at Whitkey. Everett enjoyed learning new things and seemed to pick up on these skills quite quickly. He enjoyed tinkering his garage, his man cave, and, of course, relaxing and watching TV there. Everett now might have identified as a truck driver, but he was also awarded the title of Dad with the arrival of Kimberly and Kelsey into his life. They, as well as the grandchildren, became a very special part of his life. And even though Everett may have been described as strong-willed or stubborn, according to Bo, Everett was loving and caring and a little bit of a softie. And if you don't think that he was a little bit of a softie, look at this picture on the memorial card or as an obituary, and you can't tell me that holding up that little dog, Bo's dog, doesn't speak to what you were saying, Bo. Now, that dog that's in that photo is Lilybell, and it was Beau's dog. Always has been, and we'll put it, has been. Because after Everett came into the picture, Lilybell was soon looking for Everett to give all of her the attention that she wanted, crying and squeaking and following him around until Everett would pick him up. Now, Everett was always a dog person. His own dog, Belle, a red heeler, was one of his latest companions. Teddy, Beau's other dog, not so much high on his affection list. I guess he said to you, Beau, that he was going to try to find Teddy a helmet and a harness and attach him to the drone that he just recently bought and take Teddy, or should I say his new name, Pilot, out for a flight because he thought that would be fun. Another one of Everett's babies was, of course, his Harley. Most recently, it was a 2015 Harley that Everett had bought, new, and enjoyed riding. Everett went on many runs over the years. He was down to Sturgis twice, went out on a big ride to Hope, BC with some buddies. He also participated in many runs that raised money for organizations like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and he never missed a toy run. Everett's riding, as we know, was drastically cut down this past year and a half due to his health issues, but he was looking forward to getting on the back of his bike soon and heading out onto the open road. Beau was also looking forward to joining Everett for a ride, especially down to Sturgis, as well as moving their relationship to marriage this July. Everett had found his princess, and he enjoyed putting his cooking skills into use. So when he came home on the weekends, he would make Beau a week's worth of meals before he headed back to work, so she wouldn't have to cook. And if he didn't, he'd be phoning her every night asking if she was eating properly, right? Beau really liked Everett's homemade turkey burgers. And I think you guys would agree with me that you'd never pass up a chance to have some of his homemade stir fry if he invited you over. Now, for a guy whose favorite saying was, "I'm always nice to you," he sure played a lot of pranks on those around him. Family, friends, colleagues, bosses, it didn't matter. Everett enjoyed dispensing pranks to everyone, and Everett's sense of humor was known to all. There are also a few snippets that I haven't touched on about Everett, like his love of bread and cheese whiz, pop, old-time country music, playing Kaiser and cross crib. Plus, Everett enjoyed watching hockey as well as watching the series Yellowstone and the country or the cowboy movies. It's tragic that Everett was taken from us far too soon. And we are here to honor all that he meant to us. I know that we truly are missing out on a lot of other memories that were special to you. And I hope that any of these memories that have gone unspoken will be ones that you will share with each other later. Now, speaking of memories, Beau has been busy this past week collecting memories from family and friends that she wanted shared here. So here are some of the ones that she collected. Kelsey said, "Dad would take us home after the weekend with him, and when we were little, he would race his car and then tell me not to tell Mom. He would also take me out on his motorcycle, and as soon as he turned a corner, I would scream." Kim remembers when Dad would come visit and he took me for a ride on his motorcycle. He was always teaching me new songs to take home to Mom. I wonder what those were. Kobe shared, when I would be playing my Xbox, he would quietly sneak in and scare me. I would jump every single time. Jason Lucas said, "Grandpa chasing us all around the house and making us scream so loud and laugh. We were running to Mom to protect us." Tyler remembers the time we were push starting my friend Pat's bike, and Everett was on the back holding Pat and started singing, "When a Man Loves a Woman." Noreen shared, my brother, Gail, Leroy rode their motorcycles all the way from Medicine Hat to Sled Lake to come visit us for our 30th wedding anniversary. It meant the world to us. Gail and Leroy shared, our trip to Mount Hope Motel. Everett was in the shower that was smaller than an RV tub shower. He was laughing because he knew Leroy had to shower in that same small shower. All we heard was, "I can't wait to hear what it sounds like when you get in here." Dale and Tina remember, Everett would always bug me about not staying upright on my Harley. He would always ask me if I had coins or rocks in my pockets to balance myself out. My husband Dale thought it was the funniest thing ever. And Dale and Everett would always be laughing. Donnie shared, Everett was bent and determined to get his victory in my garage. The main street didn't have snow, but the alley had snow. So he went slow, and the bike fell over 3 times and never got scratched, because each time it would fall, he'd let it fall on him. He took a couple of bruises on his left leg, but he thought it was well worth it. Jay said, Everett and I went to Calgary to pick up a bike that he was building for Bo. He was so excited to make a bobber out of it. We had some great laughs. Tracy remembers. Do I have to read this one? I would grab and pinch his butt. He'd spin around all wide-eyed and he'd smile and would always have some smart comment to put me in my place. And I can still picture it, and I can't help but laugh. And of course, the final memories come from Bo. Everett and I would be in the garage, drive-in movie, he called it. We would watch the hockey game, his Oilers versus my Canucks playing. And we would get all excited, shouting at each other in the TV, but it didn't matter who won. He would always give me a big hug and kiss and say, I love you, even though you're a Canucks fan. As we ponder these memories, the ones we've heard, the ones we're thinking about that are unspoken, and we ponder the time we had with Everett and what he meant to us, let us recall all that we've heard and put it all together with some visual memories that Everett's family has selected to be shared here. These memories will be accompanied by a song that Bo really likes. And if you listen closely to the words, it probably speaks to what she and many others are feeling right now with the loss of Everett from our own lives so suddenly. Jealous of the Angels by Donna Taggart.
Didn't know today would be our last, or that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb I can't feel anymore. I'm praying you just walk back through that door and tell me that I was only dreaming, You're not really gone as long as I believe. There will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight. Always made my troubles feel so small, and you were always there to catch me when I'd fall. In a world where heroes come and go, well, God just took the only one I know. So I'll hold you as close as I can, longing for the day when I see your face again. But until then, God must need another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight, singing hallelujah. Just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight.
Many people, especially Everett's family, will sadly miss him. But Everett will never truly be gone if he's remembered in your hearts and in your minds. So think of Everett, talk about him, and fondly remember those times he touched your heart in some way. The family will appreciate any stories that you have about Everett, so please, like I said earlier, share them afterwards or in the days or weeks to come. I'd like to thank everybody for coming here today to celebrate Everett's life. Whether you're here in person or follow us in online, I know that this chapel would be full if there were no provincial restrictions in place. But just know that sometime in the future you will get a chance to get together again and continue to celebrate Everett's life together with each other. The interment will take place at a later time. So since our service started with a poem about a trucker's life, let us end with a trucker's prayer. I think this is on the inside of your cards as well. A trucker's prayer. O Lord, be with me today as I head out onto the open road, for I know not the dangers that this day may hold. With the map by my side, O Lord, let it be you that is my daily guide. As I head out to where the yellow line never ends, it sure is good to know that you will be riding with me once again. And when, I have taken my last load. There will be one final trip that I must take, one that will be on a road that is paved with gold. And there I will rest, for there will be no more trips to take once I have entered heaven's gate. Amen. Everett's journeys from this life to the next is now progressing, and he's making his final trip. Let us remember all the things that made him special to each of us. And we haven't mentioned anything about his Celtic background, his Irish heritage that he loves so much. So let us honor Everett with an Irish blessing. And this goes out to you. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft in your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Our final song is one that Everett really enjoyed listening to because it speaks to his life on the road. So please say your own goodbyes and prayers for Everett and his family as we listen to Asphalt Cowboy by Jason Aldean.
Opened up my eyes, and I don't wanna leave your side for that lonesome road. But here I go, climbing back behind the wheel of 50 feet of chrome and steel and a load they need in Chicago. Through the middle of the night unknown, that won't let me go. I'm an asphalt cowboy, born to run underneath the stars. Pay no mind to my lonely heart. I just ride till I'm back in your arms again. I'll be out here sometimes late at night. I see your picture by the dashboard light, and it takes me where I'd like to be, wrapped up in a blanket there, pulling ribbons from your hair and your kiss. Girl, that's what I miss. Still I drive these horses through the rain and snow. This high-speed rodeo is all